The business world isn't just shifting, it's accelerating. It's speeding up like a freight train. And if you're standing still, you're not just falling behind, you're in the danger zone. Now, let me ask you this. Are you building a technology-enabled superpower or just duct taping yesterday's systems and hoping for the best? Because here's the brutal truth. Most small businesses won't survive the AI era. Not because they aren't smart, not because they don't care, but because they're stuck doing what used to work in a world that's already moved on. Hello, and welcome back to Small Business Big AI. I'm Kim, and today is the final chapter of our three-part series, the Human-AI Harmony Revenue Playbook. Now, if you've been riding with us the last two episodes, you've already learned how to close sales smarter and retain customers longer using AI. So today, we're tying it all together with the growth engine that turns insights into income and makes your business future-proof, scalable, and shock-resistant. Now, this isn't about chasing trends or learning shiny new tools. This is about installing a system, a living loop of insight, experimentation, and optimization that evolves your business in real time. Now, this is the episode where you stop reacting and start architecting your competitive advantage. So, as they say here in Orlando, just down the road from spinning teacups, space mountains, and simulated futures, buckle up because this ride, it's real. And unlike those theme park attractions, you don't get to coast. This one takes courage, vision, and the willingness to rewire the engine while you're still driving the car. Let's kick it off with the question that's got even seasoned founders sweating. And that's, what does it actually take to build a business that thrives while others struggle to survive? And of course, joining me again to unpack it all is my co-host, business strategist, and part-time Venn diagram evangelist, Hal. Hey, welcome back, Hal.
Great to be here, Kim.
So, Hal, we've already covered the psychology of closing the sale. And last week, you remember we tackled customer retention, the art of staying memorable and profitable. But now we zoom out, okay? Because if you're going to survive what's coming next, you need more than a clever campaign or a sticky loyalty program. You need a system, and you often talk about that. You need something that runs always on. So Hal, what's the real stake for small businesses here?
Kim, the stakes are everything. This isn't just about keeping up. It's about building business that's unbreakable in an unpredictable market. Picture your business like a fortress, tall, grounded, agile, while others are crumbling around you. Most entrepreneurs are playing defense, hoping to block the next hit. But today, we're flipping the script. We're showing them how to play offense. It's about leveraging AI, not just to survive, but to dominate your future and carve out your own unstoppable path.
Absolutely, Hal. So today we're pulling back the curtain on how AI powers scalable growth and fuels that always-on innovation for your business. Now, whether you're a solopreneur meticulously crafting every detail, or you're eyeing your next franchise location, visualizing that new flag planted on the map. Now, this isn't about being first. It's about being agile enough to dance through change and resilient enough to bounce back stronger and smart enough to let AI do the heavy lifting while you lead the change. Now, this is how you don't just build a business, you future proof your legacy and build a technology enabled superpower. Now, how? I know from time to time we speak in frameworks and bullet points, but let's be real here because most entrepreneurs don't wake up thinking, how do I optimize my innovation loop? You and I both know they're more likely thinking, how do I make payroll next Friday? So let's break this down like we would at one of our favorite Florida breakfast spots. Coffee in hand, sleeves rolled up, plain talk, real world. Let's simplify this.
Real strategy isn't a luxury, it's survival. And AI just gave small businesses a secret weapon the big guys never saw coming. Most businesses try to innovate in bursts. They launch a new product with fanfare, run a big campaign, then crickets. But AI allows for continuous, systematic innovation. Imagine a flywheel spinning constantly, generating new ideas and refining them before the competition even wakes up. That's the loop.
So, what you're saying, Hal, is that it's not a one and done project. So, it's really a living, it's a breathing system. So, paint this picture for us. What are the phases that our listeners need to know about?
The loop has three simple, powerful phases, each fueled by AI, like rocket boosters propelling you forward. First up, AI powered insights. Think of this as your business ultimate radar system.
Radar. So, instead of guessing what's coming, we can already see it.
Exactly. You use AI to constantly scan the entire horizon, market trends, competitor moves, customer whispers, even the faint hum of emerging technologies. It's not just Google Alerts anymore, it's AI synthesizing mountains of data.
Yeah, separating the signal from the noise.
Precisely. It reveals the true opportunities or looming threats. It tells you where to innovate. Imagine having an X ray vision for your market. You see exactly where to dig for gold.
Okay, so once the radar has shown us where to innovate, what's next in the loop, Hal?
Next is rapid experimentation. AI becomes your tireless R&D team.
So my R&D team, I mean, without the massive payroll, well, you know what? I like the sound of that.
You should. With AI automating mundane tasks like crunching numbers for a new pricing model, drafting content for a new service idea, or even generating mockups for a product feature, you can rapidly prototype new services, test new pricing models, or pilot new marketing messages with minimal human effort.
So what you're saying here is fail fast, but learn even faster. It's really like a super accelerated feedback loop, Hal.
Bingo! Forget months perfecting a product. Spend days testing, iterating, and winning.
All right, we've listened, we've experimented. So, what's the final stage to make this an always on system?
That's intelligent optimization. This is where the magic really clicks into place.
The click of profitability, I hope.
Absolutely. AI analyzes the results of your experiments in real time, pinpointing exactly what's working and what's falling flat. It's like having a hyper efficient coach give you instant feedback every single play.
So, really, no more waiting months for traditional surveys that really usually arrive too late to even pivot.
Never again. This allows continuous refinement, ensuring your innovations don't just spike and fizzle, but become deeply embedded, high performance processes.
So, Hal, it's almost like what we said last week, where one AI prompted moment of care sparked that retention flywheel. But now we're zooming it out. So, this is that flywheel at the business model level, not just delighting one customer, but evolving your entire operation in real time.
Exactly. Optimization isn't the end of the loop, it's the acceleration phase. Every insight feeds the next experiment. Every experiment sharpens the system. It's how you go from good to great to indispensable.
A technology enabled superpower, right?
Exactly. It's the difference between trying to paddle a leaky canoe in a hurricane, desperately bailing water, and having a high powered jet ski built in with the GPS that automatically adjusts course with the waves.
All right. I get that. I can picture that, Hal. So we've locked onto the target, but now let's really hit the gas. So this directly ties into the Howard and Howard small business transformation model's adaptive growth pillar.
Ensuring that every step forward is data backed and strategically sound.
So, if you're not constantly listening, learning, and refining with AI, you're not just moving slower, you're essentially driving blind in a race where everyone else has a digital co pilot. Now, that's the cold, hard truth, isn't it?
That's not just the truth, Kim. That's a ticking clock.
And if you're feeling it, that quiet pressure in your chest that says you know you're not moving fast enough, don't ignore it. That's not fear. That's your instinct trying to keep you relevant.
Change is hard. You built your business from the ground up, late nights, early mornings, and a whole lot of heart. But now, things are shifting. Customers' expectations, competition, technology, it's accelerating by the hour.
And at Howard and Howard Holdings, we get it. That's why we created the Small Business Transformation Model, a proven framework to help entrepreneurs like you navigate disruption, not drown in it. It's not theory, it's not fluff. It's the step by step playbook we use with real business owners who are ready to evolve.
5 pillars, one mission. Help you grow your business that's agile, aligned, and built to thrive no matter what the economy throws at it.
Because the goal isn't just to keep up, it's to leap ahead.
If you're ready to stop reacting and start transforming, we're ready to walk that journey with you. Start now. Our contact information is in the show notes. Let's make change your unfair advantage.
All right, Hal, let's crank up the heat in the hot seat. Now, this week's question is one I hear all the time, especially from founders of more traditional businesses. They ask me almost in a whisper, Kim, how do I even start with AI? My business feels too old school. Isn't this just for tech companies?
I love this one. This is the autopilot mindset we're trying to snap them out of, isn't it? I remember the Great American Franchise Expo we've just visited. How many traditional businesses were there, suddenly buzzing with talk about AI and digital transformation?
Exactly, Hal. I mean, everywhere you looked, everyone was talking about AI. So for our listener, for all of you who have those two traditional businesses, hell, Tell them, what's the blunt truth here?
We've talked theory. Now let's bring in the enforcer, our AI co host with no filter and zero patience for excuses.
It's somewhat like you, huh? AI assistant, hit us with your truth. For the small business owner convinced their traditional venture is beyond AI innovation, what's the blunt reality?
Controversial take. Too traditional is just a polite way of saying too comfortable. Every business from a local auto repair shop diagnosing engine homes to an ice cream parlor scooping joy on a hot day generates data. And where there's data, there's AI-driven innovation. You don't need to build a new app. You need to optimize your existing core.
You don't need to become a tech company, but you do need to stop acting like it's 2015.
Innovation gaps aren't just missed opportunities, they're invisible expenses. Every delay, every inefficiency, every gut-filled decision instead of a data-backed one, that's money bleeding from their margins.
And if you're still tracking your inventory on a clipboard and post-it notes, that's not tradition. That's a liability. And it's costing you more than you realize.
Use AI to predict parts inventory needs for your auto repair shop. Imagine AI scanning repair histories, flagging recurring component failures, and automatically nudging you to restock filters and brake pads before the next big rush hits. This reduces costly downtime and keeps your garage humming.
So if you're not training AI to work for you, you're training your competition to outpace you.
Optimize staffing schedules for your bustling ice cream shop. Picture AI analyzing weather forecasts, school holidays, and even local event schedules to predict peak hours, ensuring you always have enough scoopers on hand, reducing lines stretching around the block. Personalized client reports for your consulting firm, making every document feel handcrafted, enhancing perceived value and deepening client loyalty.
How much money are you bleeding each month just because you haven't automated one thing? Most small businesses won't fail because of competition. They'll fail because they waited too long to act.
The biggest mistake? Waiting for perfection. That perfect AI solution, that perfect moment, it never arrives. Start with one small painful problem, that tiny annoying bottleneck that clogs your day. Let AI automate it. The cumulative effect is your competitive advantage. Stop asking, is this for me? And start asking, how can I gain an unfair advantage today?
And boom, there it is. Stop asking if this is for me and start asking, how can I gain an unfair advantage today? Now, that's a mic drop moment if I ever heard one. It's not about radical reinvention. It's about intelligent evolution within your existing model. Now, this is how even the most traditional business becomes a technology-enabled superpower, planting its flag firmly in the future. Join our growing community of small business owners who are using AI to transform their businesses. Subscribe and be part of the conversation. This isn't just about automating a few tasks. It's about redefining how small businesses operate. Now, that's the silent revolution happening right now. You can see it in your balance sheet, your inbox, your LinkedIn feeds. You can feel it in that moment when a competitor suddenly starts showing up with better offers or faster service and smarter marketing, seemingly overnight. Now, early adopters, they're not just experimenting with AI, they're building lean, tech powered machines. The kind I call technology enabled superpowers.
Exactly. And the broader trend humming under all that noise is terrifyingly simple: innovate or become irrelevant. Right now, the front page of Reddit's small business thread is packed with entrepreneurs panicking about AI tools they don't understand. LinkedIn is exploding with posts like, "Is my business AI proof?" Founders are openly asking whether their entire model will still hold up. And YouTube, it's a gold rush for AI for real estate, AI for contractors, AI for franchise growth. Everyone's scrambling to figure it out. The problem is, most are reacting too late.
It's like watching a slow motion wave that suddenly turns into a tsunami. Businesses that ignored tech for years are now having to pivot and hard. Some are making it, while others, they're drowning in decisions, stuck between too many tools and not enough strategy. Because here's the truth: AI isn't a luxury, it's the engine. It's what gives you resilience in a volatile market. It gives you speed in a noisy market. And it gives you traction when everything feels like chaos. So, whether you're a solopreneur trying to get noticed or a consultant needing to deliver cutting edge insights, or maybe you're a franchise owner looking to scale without burning out, your ability to use AI for always on innovation will define your relevance and your revenue in the months ahead. Now, the market isn't just shifting, it's accelerating, and it's not waiting for anyone.
That's the raw reality. Kim, this is the biggest threat facing small business today. It's not inflation, not the competition, it's inertia. It's that voice saying, let's wait and see. Let's stick with what's working. Let's not mess with the system yet. But in the AI era, that comfort zone, it's a death sentence. Because while you're standing still, someone else is using AI to optimize, adapt, and outpace you. AI gives you a digital compass and a turbo boost, strategic clarity to scale. It helps you stop clinging to the edges of the old map and start charting entirely new territory. It shows you opportunities others can't even see yet because they're still stuck looking in the rearview mirror.
So, if you remember nothing else from this episode, remember this: AI is no longer optional. It's not about the tools, it's about the mindset. So stop chasing perfection. Start chasing progress. Because while your competitor's still figuring out ChatGPT, you could be building an empire of efficiency.
So let's boil it down. Here are your key takeaways for future-proofing your business with AI and always-on innovation. A blueprint for carving your own path, not just following the crowd. First, embrace the AI innovation loop. Think of it as your business's continuously regenerating energy source. Use AI to constantly pull in market insights, to power rapid experimentation, and to drive intelligent optimization. It's about seeing the future, building toward it, and refining your approach with every single data point that it rolls in. This isn't a project, it's your new operating system.
Yeah, and next, challenge traditional mindsets. I mean, if your internal monologue is still whispering, my business is too traditional, hey, shut it down. That's just comfort talking. And comfort is the enemy of innovation. No, as our AI wisely stated just a few minutes ago, every business, from a local auto repair shop diagnosing engine hums to even an ice cream parlor scooping joy on a hot day, it generates data. And where there's data, there's AI. So start by automating one small, painful problem for immediate impact.
Finally, leverage for resiliency. AI is not the shield for the big guys. It's your personal engine for strategic agility. It grants you the foresight to predict shifts, the speed to pivot, and the intelligence to optimize. It ensures your business doesn't just weather the next storm, but actually thrives, transforming uncertainty into your biggest competitive advantage.
All right, you've listened, you've learned, and now it is decision time. So don't let this be just another podcast you nod along to and then forget. Make it the moment you made a move. So this week, I want you to step off the autopilot and take one bold, focused action. Now, I challenge you to identify one single recurring bottleneck in your business that really frustrates you daily. So maybe it's that pile of unscheduled appointments, or the endless manual inventory checks, or maybe the blank page that's staring at you when it's time to market a new service. So think about it. Pinpoint that pain.
Then, and here's the critical part, spend just 30 minutes researching how a simple AI tool could automate or significantly simplify that bottleneck. Don't overthink it. Don't go down the rabbit hole of complex systems. Just find one small way to snap out of the autopilot, to take the first tiny slice out of the problem.
Yeah, think of it as giving that annoying bottleneck a pink slip, and hiring your first AI employee in its place. Because that single action, that quiet decision to try, it really can snowball into the momentum that transforms your entire business. Now, that's it for today's episode of Small Business Big AI. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now, the AI era isn't about replacing people. It's about amplifying the power of small businesses like yours. It's about building an empire, not a sandcastle that washes away with the tide. And as we close out our Human-AI Harmony Revenue Playbook, one truth stands clear, and that is AI is the ultimate tool for scalable growth and always-on innovation. It's how you stay fiercely relevant, deeply connected, and powerfully profitable.
It's your path to future-proof your business. It's time to build something unbreakable.
And until next time, keep embracing change, keep innovating, and remember, the future of your business is bigger than you think, and the steps you take today will shape the legacy you build tomorrow. Now, I'm Kim,
And I'm Hal.
and this has been Small Business Big AI. Hey, before you go, if this episode made you feel fired up or maybe even a little called out, Send it to the business owner you know who's stuck in the old game. Because the only way small businesses win in the AI era is by pulling each other forward.
And tag us when you take action, not just because we want to see it, but because someone else out there needs to see you take this step first.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.